Hello. Мы продолжаем играть в Steelrising. Надеюсь, мы когда-нибудь закончим. Так, что у нас по заданию вообще? Поговорить. Мы, кажется, не говорили в прошлый раз ни с кем. Давай потрещим.
Monsieur le Marquis.
I'm listening,
Маркиз, я слушаю, Гида. Мушка, ты ебанутая совсем? Ну-ка, спрячься нахуй, дай угол. Кстати, what the fuck? Ну-ка, подожди, мужик. Да нет. Да блять, ёб твою мать. Вот так. Все. А чё с тобой, волк? Эскадрон кавалерии. Я пошла на указанное место, но что там совсем не то, кого ожидала. Уже где, кого-то встретила. Мадам де Полиняк, фавориту.
So now I know all about the precious cargo that is the cause of your great concern.
Seigneur, the children. What happened? Tell me that nothing bad has happened to them.
That remains to be determined.
Это как раз и нужно будет сказать наверняка можно одно. Шарлотта и юный дофин пропали. Все указывает на засаду. Очевидно, люди на карету, которые прятали здесь. Как же победили, они узнали? Они бы не смогли уснуть засаду без сообщников, а вас предали. Без проклятия герцог и любой чертовы осведомитель.
It seems that the Duke's men were interrupted while carrying out their task. 3 of them lost their lives. A 4th was able to escape.
Excellent. I bet it was my hussars who sent the vermin running.
But why the hell haven't they reported to me yet?
Only they could tell you that.
Would you be so kind as to go and find them? The lives of these poor children hang in the balance. My hussars are stationed at Les Invalides. That's from where they were to set off for Gros Caillou.
Goodbye, Monsieur le Marquis.
До свидания, Михи. Тебе давай с тобой, что ты нам расскажешь, да мышка, ты заебала, ты хули здесь появляешься? Спрячься нахуй.
Eh bien, do you come bearing good news?
I'm not done investigating yet.
Don't give up, I beg you. Remember, the last time I saw my poor wife, we were in the Église Sainte-Marie on Rue de Bourgogne. That's in the Faubourg Saint-Germain, east of Les Invalides. As for the bonds, you'll find them in the Armoire de Fer, in the Palais des Tuileries.
Бумаги в тайнике, так, вы придурки.
Monsieur de Mirabeau.
Блядь, тупая мушка, ты прикинь, опять вылезла.
Minister Necker claims that you were a familiar face at the Tuileries Palace.
Что вы были частью гостем во дворца.
Will it hound me until I have drawn my last breath? This, madame, is nothing but an unfounded rumor that I am trying in vain to dispel. To what do I owe the displeasure of having to defend myself once again?
I must get hold of some documents that are kept in an armored safe in the King's chambers.
What lock could resist your talents?
Minister Necker said it was indestructible.
Я только начал записывать.
Who could help you? After all, a lock is nothing more than a simple mechanism. If only Monsieur Bay were here, he would find a solution for you in no time.
To free him, I would have to go back to the Louvre.
Well, then I think you should. Now, who else might be of use? Oh, there's Monsieur Lavoisier as well, our gunpowder commissioner. I'm sure he'll have no trouble finding you something you can use to blow the door off that stubborn safe.
Good. I will go and find him.
Now, if you'll forgive me, I have an urgent matter to attend to.
You are forgiven for everything.
In that case, it has been a pleasure, madam.
Опа, съебал склад.
Eh bien. Do you come bearing news from Monsieur Marat?
Итак, вернулись с вестями о
Not yet.
I have it on
Нет,
good
пока нет.
authority that he is in the quarries
Я
in Montmartre.
знаю, я
He's
держу
the only
источник, что
person who can
сейчас
show
он
you a way
находится
to
там.
reach the
Найдите человека, который
Bastille.
сможет
Don't
показать
forget.
нам путь в Бастилию. Не забывайте.
Is your plan to arm the populace going as planned?
Вооружение народ
far
идет
from it,
так,
madame.
как вы
The situation is
рассчитывали. Вы
hopeless.
совсем нет, мадам,
Even if they were
вооружение
armed,
безнадежное.
formed into
Даже если
battalions,
вооружить
the
людей,
patriots would
сформировать
not be able
батальон,
to fight.
Why is that?
патриоты все равно не
Most of the
смогут.
strategic points in the city are inaccessible. A strange illness strikes all who try. They are seized by an irrational fear, one so great that those who do not lose consciousness go mad or perish on the spot. This makes it impossible to do anything. Any attempt at an uprising is a fool's errand.
The locations you mention share a common feature. A statue holding a lantern.
That's right. From what little I could make out, they appear to be depictions of a Vestal Virgin watching over the sacred fire.
Une lanterne des morts.
What do you mean, monsieur?
Lanterns of the dead. Ancient stone pillars that are found near some cemeteries. Our ancestors kept a fire going on top of them. Today, no one knows what they were used for. A symbol of light triumphing over darkness, perhaps? Others claim that human bones, mercury and lime, were burnt there. Some odious sorcery that was meant to entrap the tormented souls that wandered around the burial grounds.
That makes sense and confirms my observations. I am now certain that the King's lanterns capture the anima essence of the dead who have been cast into purgatory, and that this essence is what allows the automats to stay in motion, without needing a key to wind them.
Pater noster quies in celis, sanctificetur nomen tuum.
Now that I think about it, madame, you obviously are not subject to the harmful effects of these lanterns.
No, au contraire. When activated, these statues reveal an apparatus that allows me to repair myself.
It follows that if you destroy these lanterns, the people will be free to fight again.
Unfortunately, they are preternaturally strong. Nothing can so much as damage them.
Come now, no metal is indestructible. If we knew what these lanterns were made of, perhaps I could find a way to destroy them.
Where should I start looking?
Start by poking around the factories near Monsieur de Vaucanson's workshop. That's where the automats were forged. I'd wager the lanterns were made there as well.
Were you present when the Estates General was dissolved?
Oui, madame. I had a front row seat.
Мадам,
I witnessed what it cost to defy the crown. We laid bare before the king the abject misery of his subjects. It was more than he could suffer. So he had the people's representatives dispersed by means of bayonets. At least we only had to contend with soldiers made of flesh and blood, positively angelic compared to the machines that have swept through Paris.
Goodbye, Monsieur de Robespierre.
До свидания, Михи. Хуй себе. Прикинь, все даже подошли сюда. Давайте
Monsieur Lavoisier.
What can I do for you, Aegis?
I would like to access the contents of a safe that is supposedly unbreakable. Dare I ask for your help, Monsieur Lavoisier?
And how can I be of assistance to you, madame?
I need gunpowder to break through the door.
Gunpowder? But I don't have a speck of it, mon ami. Do you think I just walk around with explosives in my pockets?
I
apologize. It was Monsieur de Mirabeau's idea.
Mirabeau? What is this ridiculousness?
Что за нелепость?
I suspect he knows full well whatever he's playing at. Where is the animal? So we can ask him what's truly going on.
He has left. He had an urgent matter to attend to.
Eh bien, I'm sorry, madame. If I could inspect the safe and determine what metal was used in its fabrication, I might be able to find a solution. But given the circumstances, I'm sadly not in a position to help you.
I understand.
Понимаю.
How do you intend to counter the king's actions?
Unfortunately, we don't have the upper hand. For now, we can only hope to protect ourselves from him. I am convinced that something is afoot. Something that could destroy all our hopes in an instant.
You have my full attention.
You should know that I am a gunpowder commissioner. As such, I oversee the provision of gunpowder to the kingdom's arsenals, l'arsenal de Paris in particular. For the past 2 days, a large quantity of gunpowder from Marseille has been sitting near Les Invalides. It's in a warehouse by the factories. But the men I sent to take possession of the cargo and transport it to the arsenal have gone missing. Do you realize what this means?
The gunpowder could have fallen into our enemy's hands.
It's possible. One thing is certain, it's enough to destroy half of Paris. Whether it is still in the warehouse or has fallen into the wrong hands, we must find it urgently. Then, if possible, we must neutralize it.
How?
Simply by placing it in contact with water. Nothing could be easier in theory, but we must find a way to flood it.
Flood the gunpowder? You're out of your mind, Lavoisier. We're in the most desperate of situations and you want to deprive us of such a valuable resource. What will our cannons use once we have formed our army of patriots?
Your army, Marquis, is presently but a figment of your imagination.
I see. So you're one of those men who would sound the retreat before the battle has even begun.
I will go to the warehouse. Once I have located the powder, I will decide what to do with it. Goodbye, Monsieur Lavoisier.
Так, короче, один был недоволен, что я хочу залить его, но Никита сказал, слышь ты.
Has anyone seen Monsieur de Mirabeau?
Aegis, a word, s'il vous plaît.
Да вот с этим, блять.
Monsieur Raymond.
Нигер.
Aegis, we are very pleased to see you again.
Никита, мы
It was
очень
very
рады
unwise of
видеть
us to
вас.
leave the Société
Это
without
было
such a
очень
capable bodyguard as
неразумно с нашей
yourself.
стороны оставить
It is a
общество
miracle
без
that we got here
такого
safely.
чудо, что нам удалось добраться до сюда.
What do you want to talk to me about?
Have you ever heard of the Club de Massiac, Aegis?
Вы слышали о клубе?
It's an association
Нет,
that meets at the Hotel de
это
Massiac,
общество, член
just
которого
west of the
встречается в
Havre.
отеле
It
к
counts some of the
западу от
wealthiest plantation owners in the
Ля, входит
empire.
богатейших,
Those from Saint-Domingue and the Petite Santé are most formidable adversaries. They are waging a war of influence to keep the slave trade going and resort to the vilest methods to achieve their ends. They worship nothing but money. Their greed is matched only by their cruelty. Regrettably, my interests occasionally require me to suffer their company. 2 months ago, I was in Le Havre to settle some business with the Admiralty when I overheard a conversation between 2 planters from Bastère. If they are to be believed, the Club de Massiac is plotting to create sleepless slaves, des esclaves sans sommeil. Those were their exact words. It's hard to say what this could possibly mean, but I fear they plan to administer some foul drug to their slaves to force them to toil day and night, without rest. Our organization will not let these poor souls endure such a hell. Aegis, we must look into this. It is a matter of great urgency.
You speak of greed, Monsieur Raymond. But could you enlighten us as to what makes you any different from the planters you condemn?
What exactly do you accuse me of, Monsieur de Robespierre? S'il vous plaît, do tell.
Do you not also exploit the labor of these poor souls yourself on your indigo plantation?
I fight every minute of every day to improve their condition. No one would have the audacity to deny this.
If that's the case, then why wait? Free them. You preach abolition, yet you continue to line your pockets at their expense. The truth is, you refuse to upend the established colonial order because your entire fortune depends on it.
It's easy to criticize from atop Mount Olympus, Maximilian. You know nothing of the realities of Saint-Domingue. What would happen to all these people if I freed them tomorrow? Without an education, without a livelihood, I would be condemning them to the most abject misery. No. I must act with both compassion and realism.
It is true that every reform must be approached with prudence. This reform is not so difficult. I've begun it myself at La Belle Gabrielle, my plantation in Guyane. There you will not find slaves, but workers who earn a weekly wage. And my plantation is no less profitable.
Ah, yes, profit. Because that's the most important thing. Don't you see, the law of nature gives every man the right to cultivate his own land.
Monsieur, calm yourselves. I implore you. Now is no time to quarrel. What Monsieur Raymond has related to us is extremely worrying. We must find out more about this plot to create sleepless slaves as quickly as possible. Aegis, you are the only one who stands a chance of making it to the Hotel de Massiac alive.
Did you go to the Hotel de Massiac?
No.
Remember.
И КПБ против рабства. Ух, ебать. Ну это мы видели. Это мы уже спрашивали. Я вопросы эти помню.
My respects, Monseigneur.
I didn't expect to see you again so soon, Aegis. We missed you when we had to leave our shelter at Place Saint-Méry. The path that led us to this convent was not an easy one, believe me.
Goodbye, Monseigneur.
Allez en paix.
Хорошо, поговорили.
Aegis,
Так, все, последнее осталось.
I'd like to talk to you about my research. Do you have a few moments to spare for me?
Certainly, mon père. I am listening.
I've carefully collected the testimony of our companions here. Then I compared them with the observations made during my investigation of the man who calls himself Cagliostro. I came to quite the shocking conclusion. I believe I have discovered how the royal automats remain constantly in motion, like clocks that never need winding. They get their energy from the souls of the dead, Aegis. They drink from the anima essence that permeates the purgatory described by Monseigneur de la Fare. These machines feed on the dead. The greater the massacre, the deeper the river where they slake their thirst.
Is there any way to stop the bloodshed, mon père?
I believe there is always hope, Aegis. As long as I remain free to pursue my research, I will never lose faith. I keep thinking about the three Nemes. These echoes. All of this is clearly related to Nicholas Flamel's work.
The alchemist?
Precisely, mon ami. And this leads me to fear the worst.
What have we to fear from an alchemist who died nearly 4 centuries ago?
Not him, per se. Rather the heretic who is exploiting his discoveries. This poses a grave danger to us all.
What do you fear, mon père?
What do I fear? Nearly 2 months ago, the king forbade anyone from setting foot inside the Église Saint-Jacques de la Boucherie, near the Hôtel de Ville. He had the priests forcibly removed. They hardly even had time to save the church's sacred relics. Since then, only our Father in heaven knows what they've been doing there, hidden away from the people of Paris.
Mon Dieu. Flamel's tomb.
My thoughts exactly, Monseigneur. Legend has it that Flamel was buried with his lapis philosophorum.
What is the lapis philosophorum, mon père?
The Philosopher's Stone. Where do I begin? No one knows its true nature, or even what it might look like. All that is known is that it is said to grant untold riches and eternal life to whoever possesses it. Its very existence is questioned, of course. But if it's true, just imagine what sinister purpose the king and his accomplices might find for it. We must elucidate this matter at any cost.
Where is this tomb?
In the church's crypt. The priests always ensured that it remained undisturbed, despite the mystery surrounding it. But now they're no longer there to protect it. We need to know for certain.
But how? There are automats everywhere.
Aegis.
Oui, mon père.
Will you help us get to the bottom of this?
Did you not say that it was impossible to enter the church?
There is perhaps a solution. The penitent's door behind the Châtelet leads to the Quartier de l'Hôtel de Ville. It's only opened on Good Friday, but this year, I had the honor and good fortune to lead the procession. Here is the key.
Goodbye, mon père.
Минут ушло было в нее. Охуеть. Короче, есть какой-то Никол Фламель. И он, да, могилу чистить. Это... Стоп, где моя карта? Охереть. Основной сюжет с ложком. Короче, ответьте, сколько побочных заданий. Ебанись. Мне сейчас, кстати, надо текать. Надо отсюда. Вопрос, что за задание? Найти всаднику, узнать состав сплава, добраться до склада, на котором хранится пруд, осмотреть церковь Святой Марии. Изучить тайник Осмотреть отель, войти. Давайте сначала каникулы. Вспомнили, сгоняем. Это все-таки Гарри Поттер, вся хуйня. Так. Это нам... Там вроде не спот. Помчали. Улучшение. У меня 11 тысяч, а надо 16. Ебать. Вот это да. Прокачать ничего не могу, да и не хочу. О! Вот это дело нужно. Так, ну ладно, переместиться сюда. Да. Сити. Куча болтовни, куча привившек было. Столько лиц. Давай, грузи быстрее. Заебал нахуй. Наконец-то так. Войти. А сюда 88. Давай сначала отсюда. А что вы заметите, не понял? Не хочу заниматься, я уже вас побеждал, поэтому я просто пойду дальше. Мы с вами будем давать. Зачем нам эти повторы? Ты тупая, блин. Еще. Так. Взять. Давай, да, блядь. Так, бум. Выйти не блядь. Спуск. Зачем он? Где засветить? Помахнулся. Вдохнул, да. Что это? Блядь, это здоровье. А, по-любому эти пошли, да? Просто по-любому. Мне кажется, это вообще не безопасно. А, не, ну, в принципе, да. Вот. Басяга. Здорово. Так, окей. Что у нас с этой стороны? Я вижу, там придурка стоит. Да, выделить даже не может. Бестолковая. Они, походу, храпят. Так, это что? Куда? Ой, нет. Так. Really тогда. Что делать? Вытащу при запуске, пиздец. Так некомфортно смотреть. Опачки. Давай, эликсир, мать душ. Так, мы на месте. Сундучок я вижу. Что это? Да, снаряжение. Хрень. И тут говно.
Field with the dead tree. I might be able to stop this experiment.
Года. Уважаемые члены клуба отеля в Масяке. Я принял к сведению сомнения, описанные в последнем отчете вашей организации, и готов немедленно наказать, что мое изобретение уже можно использовать. Завтра на рассвете вместе со своими единомышленниками отправляйтесь под вместе к мертвому дереву. Там вы увидите, как быстро мы Бессонные рабы выполняют свою работу. Искренне ваш граф Александр де Калистр. Все, да? Получается. Так, нам теперь в ту сторону вообще переехать. Она никак не открывается. Я даже убираться я не понял. Ну, хватит же здесь. Так, не понял. Как не вылезть? Отсюда. Ой, привет. Улучшенная парализующая граната. Плохо. Опачки. Здесь люби прыгать. Справился. Все, блядь, нет проблем. Я понял, где это все. Здорово. Уголю. Так, там курица он ходит. Я помню. Еще она вернется к нам. Пытаемся ее вынести. Возьми. Кто там, блядь, махается? Я ты сейчас махнул, блядь. Герой, блядь. 14 тысяч душ. Мне надо 16. Что за хуйня? Все красиво. Ебать, чувак, тебе жестко пришлось. Таким здоровым копичем, блядь. О, здесь есть это, сохраненка. Ну-ка. Сохранимся. Так. Вообще надо закончить, может. Давайте закончим. На этом. На сегодня. Задание, в принципе, выполнили, попиздели много, так что, в принципе, серия хорошая получилась. Поэтому на этом все. Всем спасибо за просмотр, всем удачи, всем пока.